Wow! Oh my god, wow! Wow, what a stupid game!
You have the strength of a bear.
Yes, sir!
With one arrow.
Hey guys, so today we're going for a Chang'e lane minions union build. So with Chang'e, her 3 can heal herself and the minions around her and her allies. So there it was, that big circle around her that heals herself, her allies and allied minions. So what that can do is you can actually out-trade enemy gods on the solo lane by healing your minions. And there's an item called tyrannical helm, which buffs your minions' health and their attack speed. So you can see it on the right hand side of your screen. You can read the passive for yourself. It has great base stats, plus your lane minions do a lot more damage with their attack speed, and they also have a lot more, bulk to them. Early game, people don't realize it, but the lane minions do a lot of damage. That's where most of the damage comes from. So you always want to focus on clearing the lane with your abilities, and that's what a lot of people don't realize, especially new players. They'll focus on the enemy guard rather than the actual wave. So we're going to go for that combined with our healing, looking to surprise this tier and get a kill. You would have seen from the early game clip that I was able to kill the tier because he underestimated the damage our lane minion can do. So the reason why this build is called a union build is because our lane minions get more healing, more HP and more attack speed than the enemy lane minions. So yeah, similar to a union in real life would give you a lot more benefits than you not joining a union. But anyway, that's your choice, I'm not actually promoting that. So with Chang'e's kit, she has built-in sustain in her 3, like I mentioned, that heals her. And her passive, she can actually buy items anywhere on the map. So right now, I can actually open up the shop menu and buy an item. What that would do is it would get my bunny to go back to run all the way back to the shop, get an item, then run all the way back to me. So once I buy an item, see I just bought boots there, and my bunny just ran off. You can see him on the mini map where he's running. See, look at him, he's running past the blue buff, running past the camps now. Once they collect that item and come back to me, I'll have that item without even backing. So she has built-in sustain and she has that passive, so she doesn't need to go back to base. For that reason, I can actually go a better relic than TP. So I don't actually need to teleport back into the lane. So usually I would go for horrific emblem to up my kill potential early game, but because we're up against a tier, horrific doesn't work that well against them, so I've decided to go for shell. That also comes from past experience too. Like with tier, he does a lot of burst damage, and you'll be surprised because you could be winning a lane and have more HP than them, but out of nowhere they'll use that combo on you, like that combo you just saw there. They'll use that and they can easily kill you if you're not careful. So that's why I've got the shell, just from past experience. If I was up against a Bologna or a Set, I'd go for horrific. That would slow their movement speed and attack speed. I can hit my basic attacks on them and I can hit my moves on them, and it will increase my chances of getting an early kill. You hardly ever see tyrannical helm getting built even by YouTubers or especially not by pro players, because it falls off late game, but I find it super fun, so that's why I'm building it really early as my third item. I'm just gonna get my bunny to go back and get me a mana pot. I'm low on mana. I've got a mana pot ticking and I've got my blue buff, so I'm fine for now, but by the time my bunny comes back I'll be low on mana, so it's good for me to get that bunny back and make full use of it. So I'm just bursting the tier down right here. This Susano came over and got the kill. I don't think I would have got the kill otherwise, but I still feel like they could have let me last hit it. So I'm going to report that Susano. It's a good idea not to report someone for stealing a kill, but I know that Susano personally. I queued with them and they know better to roll my kills like that, so I definitely will report them. But yeah, we managed to get a kill there nevertheless. The Aokwang decided to rotate to clear the wave. You can't really kill me because I have a full wave and I got a better wave clear than them. So they actually ended up back in there with low health, and I've still got a whole wave pushing in. This is fantastic because both the Tia and the Aokwang missed the gold for this wave because our tower hit every single minion. So the two of them get 0 gold for that whole wave, which is tragic for them. And I got all the gold for one of my waves. See, Tia just hit me with his abilities. I've got Warrior's Axe and he's done half health to me. So the Susano ganked there and we actually managed to get a kill because of that, which is fantastic. He's still getting reported because screw that guy. But yeah, Tia literally done half my health with, you know, with his kit. And I've literally got a defensive starter item, so that's how much damage that guy can do. He can do a lot of damage. So you need to be careful with that. That's why I went for Shell. So on the solo lane, Chang'e does really well against most matchups. So her 3, which anti-heals enemy gods, is fantastic because that also works on health pots, and I think it works on MP5 too. So a lot of other healing gods it works really well on. So let's say Hercules and Guan Yu, she works really well against them. She works really well against Bellona because her 3 works on health pots, as I mentioned. If you get horrific, then you know you can just burst them down. Mages in general do a lot more damage than warriors. So the Aokwang killed me there because I tried to proxy, and she's not necessarily the best for proxying. And if I'm going to proxy, I should have bought wards. So I died there because I didn't buy wards and I didn't proxy well enough. So right there, what you just saw was a clip from the beginning of this video, and this is where I killed the Tia. So I've got my tyrannical plate, I've got an aura around my lane minions. You just saw the little red thing around them. So what happens is they've got more health, I heal them with my 3 and they've got better attack speed. The Tia focused on bursting me down, so I had a full wave there and they done so much damage and the Tia just wasn't expecting it. The Aokwang rotated to try and kill these waves, but look at how much damage he's taken. I missed a few autos, but he's still at half health because of how much damage our lane minions are doing. I'd love to try a build where I get tyrannical helm plate, very first item. That would be funny. I might try that next. But yeah, I decided to jungle invade because I'm really confident. I've got my heal, which is on my 3, and I've also got my 2, which gives me CC immunity and damage immunity. So I'm comfortable jungle invading and trying to make life miserable for the Aokwang. And because of that, because he was at low health, the Susano came and just got that kill. So that was a good rotation by our Susano to kill the Aokwang. So right here, I wanted to show this clip. I can heal that Susano with my 3, but I decided against it because I didn't want to waste my mana. Even though I've got a full bar of mana and I get MP5, you know, I didn't want to do it because screw him. And I saved it for the Tiamat, and I was able to ult the Tiamat and get the kill there. That was a thoroughly deserved kill. Look, even the Cerberus agrees. Nice job. You know, thanks Cerberus. And yeah, we were able to get that kill there. So this isn't going to be a comprehensive guide. I'm not going to tell you about how to win your lane, how to avoid damage by the enemy, all that kind of stuff. It's more so going to be highlights. So I've went for Rodos Tahuti as my next item. And if you guys didn't know, Rodos Tahuti does 25% extra damage to enemy gods who are below 50% health. That's what the description is. But it also does 25% extra healing for ally gods that are below 50% health. So it's actually an amazing item. So once you build your one defense item, it is sometimes worth going straight into Rodos Tahuti for Chang'e on the solo lane. I usually go for Rodos Tahuti third item in the mid lane because it's just that good. So I'm actually queuing with the Danzaburo, Susano and the Ra this game. So we're a 4 stack. And I decided to stick next to the Ra just to help her out. See, Chang'e hasn't got a great PO. I can heal her and she can heal herself. But you know, the extent of which I can help them. They've also got their 2, which can blind them if they're looking right at it. But there's only so much I can do, so I tried to heal the Ra there and tried to heal myself because the Arkwang was angry. But yeah, the Arkwang ulted the Ra instead. Some people play Chang'e as a support, but she doesn't really work because of her lack of heal. She only has her ult to stun people or displace people, but yeah, she doesn't really work as a support in my opinion, even though she has healing in her kit. Anti-heal is also a really nice stat. They actually nerfed anti-heal across the board. So they nerfed all the anti-heal items like Contagion, Pestilence, Toxic Blade, Divine, and all that. Whereas with Chang'e's 3, it was 50% before Season 8, and it's still 50%. So it actually, in comparison to other anti-heal items, it's actually gotten a lot better. So for the next item, I went for Soul Gem. I don't usually go for that, but I decided to go for it this game because I wanted to see how the healing works and the passive of Soul Gem. So I shelled the Susano there. I shouldn't really shell them because they don't really deserve it, but I didn't want the Arkwang to get fed, so I just thought, screw it, I'll shell them. Anyway, back to Soul Gem. After you cast 4 abilities, the 5th ability that hits the enemy god, it heals you and your allies for 30% of your power, and it also does, I think, 30% extra damage to enemy gods. It's usually a really good item. I think Incom recommended building it on Chang'e in mid, but I don't really think it works on a solo, simply because she doesn't do enough damage. I mean, yeah, I've got Rod of Tahuti and I've got Power Boots, and Tyrannical Plate does a lot of damage, but to be honest, it would have been better to build cooldown here, but I'm just trying out Soul Gem. I don't usually build it on her, so I thought I'd try it out. Plus the lifesteal and the damage is kind of nice. So Chang'e's ult is an AoE line stun, so it shoots a wide line in front of her that moves quite quickly, and it stuns anyone that it hits. I think for the first person it hits, it stuns them for 1 second. The second person hits them, stuns them for 2 seconds. Third hits them for 3 seconds. But the truth is, it's kind of hard to hit multiple people. Well, it's not really hard, but the timing, it's hard to hit multiple people at the right time. So with Chang'e's ult, you don't really want to be stingy with it. You don't want to save the perfect moment. What you want to do is you want to build loads of cooldown, and you want to ult as often as you can. So here, I'm going to ult both of them. I ulted the Tiamat first there. The Tia should have been stunned for at least 2 seconds. The reason why he didn't is because of his passive. So with his passive, he can only be CC'd for... I completely forgot, but he can only be CC'd for a certain amount of time. And if he builds CC reduction on top of that, he ends up not getting CC'd for that long. So the stun lasted longer on Tiamat instead of the Tia. I'm level 10 with Chang'e, but it still feels like I've got a lot to learn. I'm not a fan of mages in general on Smite. Not because they're not fun or anything, but it's just not how I like to play the game. I'd rather be proactive, I'd rather be in the enemy's face and, you know, be able to 1v1 gods, whereas with a mage, sometimes it can be hard to 1v1 gods. I hardly ever play the mid lane because it's just way too much effort. It's like, after like a long day, I don't really want to play in the mid lane, you know, constantly worrying about ganks and the enemy support ganking and blah blah blah. So I hardly ever play mid lane. I'm level 10 with Hades and Chang'e, but those two guys can easily play on the solo, and that's mainly where I've played them. I haven't gotten a god to level 10 by mainly playing them on the mid lane. But I think the next god I want to try out is Poseidon. He's a bit of a cheesy god, but if I can get good with Poseidon, I can perhaps use him in duel, which would be fun. So for this game, our best player was easily the Cerberus, simply because of that skin. I mean, look at that skin, look how adorable that is. It's a white little dog. Ignore that missed ult there. But yeah, I went for a basic diamond skin, so, you know, it's a bit boring. I've got a vampire Chang'e skin, and the Susanna got owned by the Artemis. She laid the trap and he dashed into her trap. fantastic, I love to see it. But yeah, I went for a diamond skin. I think our Ra's got either the basic Ra skin or she has a Chimby Ra skin. Danzaburo has the money skin. And yeah, so clearly our Cerberus wins in terms of skins. So look at the Danzaburo there. He's got a white suit and he's got cash all around him. I mean, that's a cool skin, but the Cerberus is easily our best player because of the skin. Also, for this clip, we we definitely overstayed our welcome. We tried to go for the Phoenix, but there was only 3 of us, and there was 4 of them there, and the Artemis is coming back in 4 seconds. So we really should have left a lot sooner, but we just didn't. We were a bit cocky. We had a gold XP lead, gold and XP lead on them, so we overstayed our welcome. The 3 of us died there. Well, the 2 of us died there. Cerberus somehow escaped. Speaking of the Cerberus escaping, I want you to look at the right hand side of the minimap. So look at where the Cerberus is. He's in their side of the right lane, nowhere near his teammates, and 4 people ganked him. So 4 people ganked him, and instead of going over to help him, we all decided to go over to the Fire Giant, use him as bait, and because of that, we were able to get a free Fire Giant here. They're all still chasing him, and that Cerberus somehow managed to escape. I don't know how the hell he managed to escape there. He's got his jump and he's got his ult. That's it. Once he used those 2, he should have been dead. I don't know how the hell 4 of them couldn't kill a Cerberus, but yeah, we managed to use that guy as bait, and that was fantastic by the Cerberus. They survived, and we got the Fire Giants because of their distraction. Also, while this team fight's going on, let's just quickly talk about my build. I went for Hero's Axe, Lifesteal Boots, Tyrannical Helm Plate, Rod of Tahuti, Soul Gem, and Breastplate. This is honestly one of the worst decks I've ever made on Smite. It looks like a troll build, but it's really, really bad. So let's just talk about why it's bad. I've not even got full cooldown, I've got 30%. I was relying on getting the blue buff to get max cooldown, but as you can see right now, I haven't even got the cooldown buff on at the moment. So I haven't even got max cooldown yet. I don't even have a power potion, which would have gave me 40%, which would have got me to 40%. So yeah, as we're fighting here, I've got literally 30% cooldown. I've also got 2 physical defense items, and they have 3 magical gods, including the jungler, which is an Arquang, and I've got no magical defense. Terrible. And I've also got no real health items. I should have went for ethereal staff, which would have been excellent on Chang'e. That's usually what I go for. And I didn't go with ethereal staff. I was planning on putting it on to replace my boots, but I wasn't able to. But yeah, it's a really bad build. It's more of a mean build, but yeah, I highly recommend not copying it. Troll build aside, you know, our Cerberus carried us to the win here. We're just gonna go for their Phoenix, and yeah, we were able to just finish this game off there. As you can see by our stats, the Susano got 22 kills and the Cerberus had 22 assists, meaning the Susano stole all the Cerberus's kills. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that video, and I'll see you guys for the next one. Bye.